So welcome back to the World Junior Curling Championships 2013, coming to you live from the Ice Cube Curling Center here in Sochi, Russia. My name is Sander Rulvog, and I'm joined by the ever so lovely Sara Karsel.
This is just getting better, Sander. Thank you. It's lovely to join you as always.
Our future game today is between Canada and Scotland in the women's draw. A game we've all been waiting for.
Yes, when these two countries meet in curling, it's always exciting games.
We're going to take a look at the standings here after two draws. Denmark, maybe a little surprise, won 2 games. They qualified for the Worlds through the European qualification event last year. So they picked up 2 wins, actually beat Canada quite severely. I think it was a 9-1 game in the end. Scotland, on the other hand, 2 wins. Expected, Sarah?
Definitely, Scotland is the champion from last year, and they are looking pretty stable. Czech Republic managed to beat Sweden this morning. Quite a shocking win. They stole 2 in the last end to win. And big result for them there. Japan also on 1 win and 1 loss. And Russia on 1 win and 1 loss. Japan, of course, on 1 win and no losses, because they've only played 1 game.
So I think we're going to take a look at the bottom of the table so far. USA with 1 win, they beat Norway, they lost to Scotland. Canada with that heavy loss against Denmark certainly wants to ping back against Scotland today. Sweden only played that 1 game against the Czechs this morning. Sarah McManus had a shot to win it, just overhurled a wee bit, ticked off a top stunt, couldn't make it, and the Czechs win there. Won that game. Norway had 2 losses, lost to Russia and USA, I believe.
Yes.
And Switzerland also lost this morning.
Yes, quite a big loss to Denmark as well. Danish girls really aggressive, lots of stones in play, and they made a lot of shots in both of the games they played, so big scores for them.
Well, many games to come, and I think we'll see some change in this table. Taking a look at the lineups for Canada. Lead, Sydney Fraser. Second is Samantha Fisher. At third, Erin Pincott. And skip is Corin Brown. Team coach Ken Brown and alternate Kathia Ward.
And here you see the lineup for Scotland. Abby Brown playing lead, Jennifer Dodds at second, Lauren Gray playing third, and Hannah Fleming skip. Debbie Knox is their coach, and Vicky Wright is the alternate.
So that was the national anthem for Czech Republic. We'll have teams being honoured every draw from now on, I believe. And we're not too far away from this game to start. We'll see the Stone Colours. Canada will be playing the red, Stone Scotland the yellow. Hannah Fleming drew the pin to have last on in the first end. Corin Brown coming up a bit short on her attempt, only managed to get to the top of the 12th foot. So just a couple of practice slides, and I think we'll be good to go in this very exciting matchup between the two big curling nations.
Yeah, even though Scotland won both of their games pretty convincingly and Canada lost theirs, talking to Hannah Fleming before the game, she said that, of course, it was a little bit nervous and they were just going to try and be patient and think of this as any other game and any other four curlers. So definitely some pressure on, just knowing that it's Canada, and probably for Canada just knowing that it's Scotland as well.
I've got to say that Scotland looked maybe more relaxed to the two teams out there on the ice before they started. Canada might just feel a bit of pressure, you know. A lot of fans back home watching them or following them. And they didn't really have that great start against Denmark. So Canada will kick off this first end.
I'll keen up a bit. We're going to bash into that guy at Bern. I just took him out. I was going backwards, I was talking to him, and just took him out. That was funny.
So here is Sydney Fraser, lead for Canada.
Top four. All there. Top four.
Calling the shot into the house.
I got 45 for that.
Take a
so
look. I just watched that.
Yeah, so Canada had first practice. Obviously the ice is quickening up a little bit, and that first draw is going to go straight through the house.
It's not the first time we've seen this. Sander, the team with first practice, throw first, and they're heavy.
Well, you can always watch your opponent, how they're practicing, and get some split times. I'm not sure if the Canadians are using stopwatches. I think they are. I see them from here anyway. So
see if Abby Brown, lead for Scotland, can find her weight. She's supposed to put up a corner guard here. Also be a little bit heavy, slips into the ring. Or did they actually want to draw their Sander? That might be my mistake.
I'm not sure. I think maybe they're actually drawn in. Anyway, we're going to have quite the open end so far. No guards in play. Sydney Fraser looking for the nose hit. Or maybe just to roll in towards the centre line. Don't think it will matter that much, because this girl here is probably going to remove it anyway. A nice shot by Abby Brown.
Now we'll get to see the second players. First off, Canada and Samantha Fisher with a fall.
That's not very common.
No, it's not often you see that.
Will she make the shot though? Just tick off it and it will roll out, so that's okay. Don't worry. It's happened to everyone at some point.
It's not bad to make the shot though.
Yep. I did the same thing actually, playing lead against Olympic silver medalist Marco Usupalaniemi, and I made the shot as well.
Good for you,
but
Sander.
I made the nose hit.
So you think you're slightly bit better or what?
Well, my slides are always that terrible, so I know what to do if I mess up. That's it.
8, 7, 8.
But no harm.
Nope, that yellow is just replaced.
Just a shame it's a TV game though.
Well, we need something for the crowds. She's stable here though, and this looks like it's going to be another hit.
Little roll.
Go, Hannah. No.
Okay.
Hard.
This time he's going to stick around. That might just raise their spirits, actually.
It's always actually good when something happens to make you relax a little bit and have a laugh.
Yeah, I remember that when I played the Worlds 2 years ago. We were kind of struggling in the game, and I wasn't really used to playing with bumpers. So when we were sweeping a stone that went really wide, I just fumbled and tripped and fell, and we all laughed, and just the tension went away, and we won the game in the end. So maybe a good thing if you know, they're a bit tense.
Yeah, she said you put it back a tiny bit, but it's running straight as well.
So we'll take a look at third player, Erin Pincott. Just cleaning the stone here.
Just needs to find the rings.
Can you check me on stone?
We'll put up a guard instead.
Right. Abby's, yours
Comes up
was
a bit
051.
short, so
What time do you
Scotland's going to take this chance and draw around with Lauren Grace first shot.
That's not as crazy thought then.
Felt good. Make sure. Switch.
So I think I mentioned that Lauren Gray scratched her fingers yesterday, and her mum was really concerned. Don't worry, it's just a wee scratch on the finger. I think she'll be quite all right. She told me she was considering coming out with a bandage around her whole hand just to make her concerned, but she's absolutely fine, and she just made a good shot. Top of the four.
That's fine.
Yeah, really good weight. Still sits open, so Erin Pincott is going to try and reach this.
Well, the good thing she
Remove it.
hit the inside, so it isn't really easier for Pincott to make the roll.
Huh?
Okay, roll it away. Sam. Yeah. Roll it, Sam. Yeah.
And she's going to roll away.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you feel like you were lighter your first one? Yeah, it wasn't as keen as we thought, though. Oh. Just your face tone. So look. Because I was like, oh, I feel like it's 394-ish. Who was that? What? Who was that? 394-ish?
Whoa. No, right off.
That's why I was
That is so straight.
Okay, take it to the way.
Yeah.
Okay, just too much ice. Let it fine.
So Lauren Gray not really happy with the way that ran.
Okay, Sama.
Oh, you'll get some straight spots here and there. Just kind of have to remember them.
Pretty straight. Cool.
Let's go here, guys.
Yeah, no, you were inside. It's stone there. But I was so fine. It's stone there.
So Corin Brown and Canada had a rough start against Denmark, and they're not going to have it easy in this game against Scotland. But they're bound to be a good team. Obviously, coming out of Canada is not easy, so it'll be exciting to see what they can do this week.
A really nice
Yeah.
roll there by Corin Brown. Gets it absolutely hidden, I think.
On
That's a super shot.
Coming this way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You see a peaks? First ask was over.
Yeah.
If anything, but I thought it was good drill.
I like going for it. Yeah, edge four. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Too much weight, maybe? Like. No, I was thinking it was a good drill. Quarter to third. Between half and. Must be half.
Because this guard is so high, Scotland is still going to attempt removing this red and rolling it to the side. Just a little bit softer weight. Hannah Fleming, skip for Scotland. This is her first shot of the first end.
Not the easiest shot to start off with. Oh, it's going to come real close to the guards. That's a beauty. That's why she's a world champion. Perfect line and weight. And rolls to the side. And will very likely have a chance to blank this in now. I guess we'll see Corinne Brown try and make a roll again.
If she gets it all the way behind the guard again, that would be a good way to force Scotland to take one.
So just going to roll out. It'd be nice to stick around there. Make Hannah Fleming throw a shot. Now she can just run it through. But, you know, she's going to try and throw it properly. To get some info last on, first end. Just through. And we'll have a blank end.
So 1 minute to talk through the end and about what you're going to do. And then since there was a blank, we're going to see Canada starting the second end as well.
Yeah, it seems like both teams used their whole 1 minute to just talk over the end and maybe the next end what their plan is. As we mentioned in our previous future game, it's always nice for the whole team to be on the same page. They all know what the plan is. And I think a top four was called here by Corinne Brown.
Yeah, as we said, Sander, this being a four-man game or women game, so important that every player on the team knows what tactics you're going for, to know all the options, players and the sweepers and the skip. Will sure make it easier.
So better weight on this one, but still a bit too deep.
Scotland still going for the defensive option here.
Yeah, so it didn't really matter where she placed that red one. Scotland was looking to play a corner guard they would have now. It's not the greatest shot there at the back of the house, but it's going to hit and check to the left.
They're making the stones are making a more normal noise now. You know, yeah, that made a more normal noise, I thought.
Were the stones making an unnormal noise?
Sometimes if the handle's loose, you'll get kind of vibrating noise, but maybe the ice makers used some different pebble.
So while we're looking at a pretty open end here as well,
Nose is fine.
would you maybe like to tell us about the other games going on here in the Ice Cube Arena, Sander?
Of course, Sarah. There's 3 other games going on. 2 of the teams are not playing, as we only have 4 sheets. Just like it's going to be in the Olympics next year in the same arena. Japan's playing Russia. They blanked the first end. Norway picked up 2 points against the Czech Republic. And the first end was blanked between USA and Sweden as well. So a couple of defensive first ends out there. A couple of interesting matchups. I believe all the games out there might be pretty tight, including the one we're watching. This is Jennifer Dodds. She'll make that little roll to the left.
I've not been remembering to do that at all. I've not been remembering to do that.
Same, Lois. Yep, 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 yep. Hold. Yep. Forward. Sweet, yep. Hold. Roller.
Scotland keep rolling out. Canada keep rolling them back in. Still some very good precision. Even though it's an open house, they keep making their shots perfect. And I think they might still be giggling about that little fall.
Control. Fair way this time.
It's nice to keep your team happy and relaxed.
Fair way.
So this time Scotland's going to roll out.
Yeah. What was that? Good.
So that's going to give
Good telling.
Erin Pincock a chance to practice her draw weight.
Maybe might hum. You're 10th faster.
Call forward. All you.
Came up short in the previous end.
Hard then. Really hard. Hard, girls, really hard.
And this time the sweepers needs to work hard as well.
Hard as it goes, guys. Okay.
And that's going to settle out nicely in the top of the 4.
Whoa. Whoa. No.
Time.
Another roll out there.
Yep, Pincock again allowed to practice that draw weight. Had her sweepers working the whole way down the ice on the first shot. Wonder if she'll put some more away this one.
Well, that's what sweepers are for, though.
I know. But
Big shirt. All you.
sometimes your sweepers are upset with you for throwing them
All
too
you guys.
too short all the time.
Really hard. All you. Hard, girls. Yep. Harder.
Looked like the sweepers were a bit hesitant to start sweeping this one,
That last week.
but they're going to bring it into the top of the 12. Doesn't really matter where they put it, as long as
It's in the rings.
Exactly. Because Lauren Gray is going to remove it.
Well, if it's too high up in the ring, then
No.
sooner or later, with these nose takeouts, you might end up with a guard.
Yeah.
So Lauren hits and sticks with this one.
Okay. Good. That's fine. That one went a wee bit better. Yeah. That went a tiny bit better there.
Just gonna touch it in the same place. It's fine.
Yeah.
So a little bit more weight than they planned. And this too will roll out the rings.
Okay.
So Hannah Fleming can now practice her draw weight. Draw it to the side of the house.
What? Got a 9 on that. Oh, I said it. That's what I said. Yeah. Good though, yeah. It's pretty straight there, though, I can tell. Since Sam had me pretty straight there, like, didn't go towards that. Just, yeah, probably just touch it. T-way, guys!
Scotland as well will be pretty happy as long as this is anywhere within the
Okay,
paint.
just take a look, just keep looking, looks fine, see. Keep calling. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Yep, that's fine. Good.
What? The wrong side?
Manages just that.
I'll throw a touch less weight there.
Yeah. What time is it? Go.
Just a little less weight there, East. Touch and roll in.
So same procedure as last, and Sander Canada does not manage to keep their shooter in play with their last stone. So Hannah Fleming is once again gonna just put this straight through the house for a blank.
Not bad. I didn't feel like I threw it that bad.
And here she is, last stone of the second end. Scotland and Hannah Fleming. Blanking. Goes through right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so after two, still no score. Two blank ends.
Possibly.
Scotland will still have the last stone. When we kick off the third, just as 1 minute time out there.
I think it'll still be running past.
1 minute pause between the ends. Wonder if any of the teams are looking to put up a guard now to get some stones in play. We'll see.
I think it's 10. I think it was only full stone 8, like it was just that. Yeah.
So now for the third time in a row, we will see Sydney Fraser
It looks all there. Yeah.
make a draw to the house.
Just tell her to throw you guys. Okay. Do 6 on
And that one too just slid a bit too far, and now we are going to see Scotland putting up the corner guard.
15, 20. Go 15. Oh,
15, that would be probably 3:15. Split time between T-line and hog.
I use backline hog sander, so
Yeah.
I won't know.
We do that in Norway as well.
But I do know that Hannah and Scotland uses T-line hog, so that'll probably be it.
Yeah, this has been pretty quick. and consistent, good swing, but not enough swing for Abby Brown here. That's going to be fairly tight to the centre line. It's more or less a centre guard for Canada, so they can just come around it.
See me at myself in the base there. Got 30.
So just needs a little bit less weight this time.
20.
Sydney to draw around this yellow guard.
Hard
Make
day.
it a bit easier on us.
Lots of room, lots of room, lots of room. Tons of room.
Yeah. So it's fine. It's alright there though. What, she gave you too much? Yeah.
Okay. Just watch that, guys.
Well,
This
Jack
one
was
doesn't
looking at
really curl
it. Yeah, no, she didn't say it.
as much as we've seen previous games either. She finds better weight and sits in front of the tee line. This should be quite open for Scotland.
No! Right, nice clean release, Abby.
So maybe possible here for Abby Brown to find roll in between, in behind, of course.
Good. Good.
Not really, but finds the nose, jams the red on the back red.
Play hack. Okay, let's go.
What was that?
Well, now Canada can't really roll in without jamming at the back,
Down really hard for line.
unless they roll too far.
Really hard.
Looking tight for line.
Really hard.
Oh, this is over curling Sander.
By a mile as well.
I think that was a bit softer weight wise than they wanted. That will mean it will curl more.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep, 3-3-05. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Out-turn draw here for Jennifer Dodds.
Might need to go a bit. 5. 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. Top team, 6. We're going back. Okay, good.
Okay, let's
Got
go.
97 for that. 97. Okay, good. Good, Jen. It's fine. 3. I got 9-7.
Normal down. Yep,
Abby got
hard.
3.
Yes. Whoa. Yep, hard. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Canada needs to find the roll here.
That works. Okay.
Doesn't make it for a shot, but
Kind of like the double on that. Yeah.
nice play
Maybe not the double.
there by Samantha Fisher. Makes up for her last one.
Make sure it's tight ice sometimes. See that was it? Yeah, I suppose hers went a bit actually. Yeah, just nice clean release. Yeah, yeah. Down, down. Double. Okay, good.
Would have loved to get a little roll on that one to sit 2 behind the corner,
Before I see
but
that.
we'll find nose instead. Sit open, so possible double here for Canada.
Yeah. That was not barrier.
What? Slash. 9.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Good, Jen.
Really hard. Yeah.
Good job. Still.
Hard.
Fine.
Yes. Hard. Really hard. Really hard.
Doesn't get the double and also jams it at the back.
Yeah,
Scotland now sitting 2.
Yeah, and then they have a good chance of sitting 3 here.
I don't mind that, but just Jen played barrier anyway. I played barrier.
Were you wide there, Jen? I think this looks
Barrier would be just a control weight.
Yep, it's quite nice. You'll get quite a little bit of curl and your sweepers can still control it, and it's very good if you want to make a good roll.
Whoa. Whoa.
Lauren Gray needs to find the inside of this red.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Draw.
Gets rid of it and avoids the jam, so good job.
Yeah. Do you like 9 again?
Canada in a little bit of trouble here. She needs.
More. I don't think that was
They need to get rid of
You'll throw more?
at least a couple of the yellows
just needed an inch.
to stop Scotland from multiple scoring.
Yeah.
Some more weight here.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Yes. Yep. Shoot. Whoa. You need a top one. Nice, eh?
And she gets a double. That's a far better result
Okay.
than her last.
Yeah, good there. Now a couple of options. Pick the top one. And now Scotland's hitting to light 2.
Yep. 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 Hard. 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 Come on, get us hard. Hard. Okay, fine there.
Again, does not really get the roll, but hits and stays. Still sitting 2.
Yeah, I mean that's buried, so. I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
I still think this one's probably better.
Well, that's why it's half a thing. Yeah. Because that's why I called it on, and I was like, oh, this is gonna go, especially because it was a barrier.
That we'd probably. That's what I'm going on. Touch left. Just normal here, get a little roll to like the center kind of thing.
So Canada now wanting to hit this and roll towards the centre. They'll still leave Scotland sitting 1 though.
Yeah. Whoa. No. Close. No.
I know.
No roll. No.
Rolls a bit too far. So Hannah Fleming can now attempt another draw in behind the corner guard. Will make it tricky for Canada. This will give Scotland an opportunity to sit 2 behind cover, chance for a possible 3.
Yeah, just don't want to slip too deep here and allow the freeze. Just top of the 8 foot probably.
Top T. Tight. Where? Whoa. Never. No.
Looks heavier than that.
Higher fair. Where? No, six good. Let it die.
It's really good. All the
No, don't let it go back.
players on this team now communicating.
Okay, good.
Nevertheless, this will be a little bit heavier than they wanted.
We might roll away,
also sits open, so
As much to know as possible. You might even get the double
Corin
shot.
Brown would really like
Yeah,
to
I like Nova.
remove this.
Yeah, you kind of have to choose what to do here. If just throw the hat quite and you don't get to nose, you might just split them and not remove one of the yellows, allowing the open, well, will be an open hit for 3. So either go for the quiet weight and make sure you get to nose, or play with a bit more weight and you might get the double, as Corin Brown mentioned. Looking pretty good here, coming close to the guard. And does get the double here. Brilliant shot by Corin Brown.
Yeah, really nice. Just board weight and gets the double. Perfect shot. And Hannah Fleming is now going to need to hit and stick to take one.
Clean. Yep. Yes.
Last stone of the third end.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, just looking for the split here.
Good.
Oh no, sorry, obviously knows it. I didn't see the winger. So ended up quite well for Canada, forcing Hannah Fleming to take the one.
Yeah, that last shot really was a saviour for the Canadian girls. They looked like they were in a little bit of trouble, but absolutely perfectly played there on their last, and Scotland is forced to take one, which also gives them a 1-0 lead in this game after 3 ends.
So I have a message from Evan Asmussen, who played 3rd for Brendan Botcher, world junior champion from last year in Östersund. Just wants to tell the Canadian girls good luck for the week. And if you would like to give a shout out to any of the players or ask us a question, what can you do, Sarah?
Well, you can pick or choose either Twitter or Facebook. Twitter, just use hashtag WJCC2013, or on Facebook, we're on World Junior Curling Championship. Sander's looking particularly smart today, so feel free to ask him anything you like. Curling related, obviously. So for the first time in the game, Canada's going to have hammer, which means that Abby Brown is getting us going here with a draw that the sweepers are really working to get in the rings. They just managed to get all of it in the 12-foot.
Cool your weight down a bit.
Sydney Fraser playing 79% so far in the game. She has been a little bit heavy on her draws.
22.
Yeah, a bit heavy on the takeouts as well. According to Corin Brown, she told her to lighten up. That's probably not, it's not the right term. Just kind of overthrew that one. Bit much to rotation, a bit much weight, rolls out. And probably looking at a very open end once again. Hopefully things will turn a bit more aggressive. We want to see some stones in play.
Yes, and if you have just joined us, very welcome to the live webcast of the World Junior Curling Championships of 2013 from the Ice Cube Curling Center here in Sochi, Russia. Quite exciting to be in the Olympic arena, don't you think, Sander?
Yeah, obviously it's the arena we're going to be seeing next year. I think it's going to be slightly different, but more or less the same. And the ice is really good. And your schedule is even a bit less stressful. Since there's 4 sheets, you don't really play that many games, and the event is 2 days longer than it usually is. Some players like it. Some players, you know, don't like just playing 1 game a day. You're used to playing more games and other championships.
Great work there by Lauren Gray and Abby Brown to hold that shot for Jennifer Dodds. She hits the red and rolls out. So now Canada's going to put up the corner guard.
Gotta go a bit for line.
Yeah, so no real risk throwing the corner guard out. Sweepers staying off it though. So were they throwing the corner guard, or
She was pointing at the corner guard.
just a bit heavy maybe? Well, we'll have Jennifer Dodds remove this red one.
With a better result this time. She hangs around with her yellow shooter.
Do you think this might just be Canada's game plan? Just trying to keep the game as tight as possible for as long as possible.
It might be the case, Sander. They might feel like they need to bounce back from a really offensive game with lots of stones in play against Denmark, and that didn't really work for them. So maybe this is just their way to take a game and be defensive and try and get a good feeling back.
Yeah, I guess they've done some research as well. Probably know that this team won the World Championships last year. So maybe just want to keep things tight till the latter stages of the game. Make a move then. Obviously Canada's 1 point down on Scotland now, so at some point they kind of have to throw a corner guard and try and get their 2.
Yes, let's hope that they don't wait until the 10th end, Sander, to throw the corner guard.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see.
Because what are we going to talk about?
Oh, the weather maybe.
The weather's quite nice here actually. It's raining a little bit, but nice and warm. Spring in Sochi.
Okay, that was it, I'm guessing. Yeah, we're pretty close to the Black Sea. Sochi is probably like a vacation place for Russians.
There's a big long beach full of pebbles.
Yeah, I haven't dipped my toes in the water yet.
No,
But I
the water looks
know,
cold.
I know our camera guys have been talking about going out for a swim.
I think we might need to borrow the camera in case to do that. And so far no mistakes here. Teams keep switching places.
Erin Punko will hit and stay.
Nice slide though.
And
Good weight, 295.
Hannah Fleming gets ready for first shot on this end. This team did quite well in the Scottish Championship. Won the 1-2 page over notable curling player Eve Muirhead.
Yeah, they did really well, finishing up with a silver.
Clean. Yep.
Yeah, had a 1 point lead, I think, halfway through the game, but then even our team just kind of ran away from them.
Really hard, Gabby. Never stop. Never
So certainly a quite strong team. Undefeated so far, looking to pick up their third win against Canada here.
And that was actually the first miss we've seen from Hannah Fleming all game so far. She rolls out.
Yeah, just not enough yet. All good. And the hit.
Kind of time. You're 7.
Really?
How's a 3.8? It's all you guys, all you. Line's good. Line's really good. Make sure you're there, guys. Back 8. Got a curl. Back 8. Right here. Room. Line's good.
So hope for Canada here, if they
Down to it.
draw the wing and Scotland plays a takeout, there's a possibility that it will stay on the back yellow.
That's a nice shot there.
Suit there, guys. Good judge. What's the time on that one?
Yeah, normal.
Okay.
But I think Hannah Fleming will be able to remove it. Anywhere high on this red one. Even nose hit. He'll probably do it. So I'm not sure if she's just playing this one safe and trying to split him, or if she wants to stick around and force Corin Brown to play the peel.
I think the most important thing for Scotland here is to get rid of the red and absolutely don't risk losing it too.
Whoa.
See Hannah, her weight's up a little bit on this one.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Good.
She made it perfect, I think. Just hanging on, I believe.
Take that turn.
Now Corin Brown has to play a shot to blank it.
Aaron, go beside the rock. Beside the rock.
Last zone of the fourth end. Corin Brown for Canada wanting to hit and roll out. No mistake there, and it's a blank. They will keep hammer in the fifth.
Yeah, do you think they'll build up the corner guard now, though? Or do you want to keep it for the halftime break?
I am crossing my fingers for the corner guard.
Well, you know, if one does not plough, there will be no harvest.
That is true, but since the game has been so defensive, Canada might just want to keep hammer in the sixth and try and score in the even ends instead.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will. Care to tell us what's going on elsewhere here in the Ice Cube curling arena?
Yeah, I can tell you that it's pretty much the same over on sheet A, is it? Not really. Yep, sheet A. Japan is playing Russia. Russia took 1 point in the fourth end to make it a 1-0 game between the Czech Republic and Norway. Norway has a 1 point lead. They're still in the fourth end. USA and Sweden are also still in the fourth end. It's one each there, with USA having hammer in the fourth.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Good, Abby. Let's go. Make sure you stay.
Another nice shot there by Abby Brown, and there's the answer to our question. No corner guards. Canada is still going for the more defensive option.
Not attractive, no.
Want to remove the yellow and roll out to the side.
Little down.
Nice throw, Abby. That's good. Oh, fine.
Oh, right off. Close. Close. Yep.
They're all really clean games so far.
Yep. Go. Yep.
They're all really clean games.
Oh,
1-0, 2-1, 1-0, 1-0.
Closer. I went around like 7 times.
Control.
Went around like 7 times.
Good. Solid.
If you're curious
Solid.
about the events or statistics and other scores, you can visit wjcc2013.curlingevents.com. You'll find anything that you'd like to read about this event on that page.
Yep. Clean. Oh, just clean. Just clean. 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 Good throw there, Sid. Yep, go a bit. Nice throw.
Can you take it anymore?
Good.
Not normal for that.
Okay, Sam.
Good, Jen.
Make sure. Normal down. Oh. Oh. Right off. Never. Nothing. Okay.
Good, Jen.
Weird.
Sorry.
Looks like Hannah Fleming is a bit fed up with the defensive play, wanting a centre guard. Not sure if she called it though.
Don't.
Yeah, the Scottish girls did say before the game that patience is going to be really important for them. This is really practicing that
Good, we're good.
at the moment.
Okay, make sure you stay.
So I guess they called top four.
Okay.
It's going to be a bit too deep,
All 5 for that.
but I believe Canada is just going to play the hit anyway.
Do you think it's easy to lose your focus playing a game like this, Sander?
I think it depends on what kind of player you are. If you're used to playing this type of game,
Good, Jen.
you don't. But there are players out there that they just kind of just love to play aggressively, and if you're not, you just kind of find it boring, and you might not focus as well.
Is there any risk that you think that the shots are easier and You accidentally missed him because of that.
Yeah, like you just treat the shots a bit more carelessly. And yeah, I guess. But it's a World Championship, so should really focus on every shot. But again, it's just hard, especially if you're a bit tired. These girls, they played a game this morning. I know the Scots were up between 5 and 6 this morning. So maybe they're okay with just playing it simple.
Yep, this morning the games actually started a bit later because the bus got lost on the way to the arena.
Yeah, there's some construction work going on, obviously, because of the Olympics next year. So the way to the arena might just change every day. There's bound to be some traffic here, especially like Moscow's known for their traffic. When I was there for the Europeans just a bit more than a year ago, I heard you could end up in a traffic jam for maybe up to 8 hours. But I guess they're gonna figure that out for the Olympics next year. That's why we have the World Juniors here, to figure out these.
To learn the way to the arena.
Exactly. But apart from that, there hasn't really been too many problems.
No, as we see, mistake there from Canada. Comes up short. Scotland does not want to get in behind this corner. They will draw the other side of the house.
I did pop it a bit to give it some. I gave it a spin too. Oh. Killed a lot, yeah. I know. Probably, yeah. Looks heavy. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Never, never, never.
Needs this to stick around though.
No, no, no.
And it will. Just behind the tee line.
Looking good, guys.
So now all of a sudden they're going around the corner guard.
Well, when you have one, you might as well use it.
Yeah, I just find it a bit odd that if we were going for two, we might as well put the corner guard up in the first place. With your first shot, with your lead. And then now just kind of all of a sudden drawing around the corner guard. Just a strange time to pick your spot, I think, but it's perfectly fine.
Scotland sitting shot at the moment, but they do not have last stone, so they would love to eliminate this red.
We got it last time. I think, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Never. You got it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, it's okay. Whoa.
Tight to the guard and manages to get a little bit more curl after that and remove the red.
Just rolls out. It'd be nice to sit around. Might force Corin Brown to take the one.
Because if we just go out there, we're going to draw another one, I guess, eh? Try that. Sure. What's up? Last night I had never played hack. I was 60. Yeah. What's the jam?
Did you play
It shouldn't jam for rolling.
as well?
But did I pull it back?
Mm.
Because I'm especially like this, because if we go around right now, then they just put another one in and we can't. Take a big roll here, guys. No, it catches the back and you have to roll something in.
So this time to try and make it difficult for Scotland. Corin Brown wants to hit and roll behind the corner. Doesn't feel like it's worth it to draw again because Scotland would be sitting shot. Very good attempt. Doesn't quite roll all the way. So
I like this behind the guard. It's easier.
Scotland now discussing if they want to roll behind the corner to try and force Canada to take one.
Playing in turn here. Won't have too much space on the corner guard.
Yes.
Sometimes that just might play with your mind a little bit. But
Why not listen to me?
I think Lauren Gray wanted them to sweep there, but she will get the nose instead. So still an opportunity for Canada to blank here.
yeah, Lauren Gray probably just has to scream a bit louder the next time.
It is a big arena and a lot of teams out there.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fine.
So Corin Brown looking for the blank from the big curling city of Kamloops, British Columbia. Kamloops, the host of the 2014 Brier, and also remember they were the host of the 98 World Championships, as she will play the nose hit and take one. So it's going to be all tied up after 5 ends, one each, and both teams will have a 5-minute break and they'll get to talk to their coach, and we'll be back with some highlights from the first 5 ends, plus the remainder of the game, and just a few minutes. So just stay with us here in Sochi, Russia, Ice Cube Curling Center. This is the World Junior Curling Championships 2013. Back in a wee bit.
Oh, it's so colorful. Oh, baby, baby. Now remember everyone to have the fair share. Obviously.
Just eat it.
We went half it last time.
12 minutes ago.
12 minutes.
Can I have one of the crispy minis? No, one might be too heavy. Guard too late? One too late. Exactly, yeah. Did you like the culinaires?
Yeah, because we're really not going for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good being on top.
Yeah.
So we might not have too many highlights so far, but we're going to skip to the third end after 2 blanks. It's Hannah Fleming forced to take her one. That's Canada were lying 2 after a couple of good shots by Corinne Brown. Fifth end after another blank in the fourth. Same thing really. Corinne Brown tries the blank. Well, it's not the same thing. She tried the blank, couldn't make it, but she does score 1, and it's 1 each after 5. And our sixth end will start pretty shortly. So,
The time's going,
yeah, Canada's clock has started to run.
Well, considering they played the first 5 ends really, really fast, I think they should be fine, but still it's always good to be ready once your clock starts.
Yeah, I think most teams maybe have a bit, somewhere between 36 and 40 minutes left after 5 ends. Both teams have about 44 and 45 minutes, so don't think that that's going to be a problem.
So much time.
Go top 4.
Exactly. Lauren Gray just saying that. We have so much time. So, you can do whatever you want with that time. I heard Kyle Smith had 2 minutes left on the clock before his last shot, and he went to the bathroom. His teammates were a bit concerned.
I would be too. So, Scotland now will put up the corner guard. I think we expected them to. They all seemed a little bit eager to get some more aggressive play going. And since Sydney Fraser also put her first draw in a little bit deep, then it's definitely a good time to do this.
Good.
Got 30 for that.
I like going top.
So Americans get this so casual all the time. Oh. Good, Abby.
There. Top 12. Tight. Hard then. Top 12. Hard. Top 12's fine. Top 8. No, higher. Good. No, leave it. That's it. That's it.
That was 30.
And another draw in there by Sydney Fraser. Trying to make good use of their corner guard straight away. Scotland will aim to roll in behind it after removing some red.
Double. Okay, good.
Doesn't get the roll,
Off nose.
noses it and sticks it in the back one, but hangs around, which is important because you don't want your corner to go flying.
No, and as defensive the Canadians have been, you might have seen them peel the corner guard. So keeping a couple of stones in play. This might just be over curling, and if they do, that's going to jam at the back. It will. And the yellow one is just going to cling on to the back of the 12.
Tight. And down again.
So a good setup for Scotland here. They can hit and light too. Plus they have that corner guard in play.
Control up. Good.
Nice, Jen.
Noses this and sits 2.
Okay, let's go. Make sure.
Oh, as you see it there with a little roll to your left.
Very nice.
So a possible double here for Canada.
Double and roll maybe.
A little more. Yep. Yep.
get a nose instead.
Yeah, well, not the worst spot.
No.
Because if Scotland plays a nose hit here, I don't think they'll bend the rings.
Just on the nose, it probably won't be in. If you roll a touch inside, you might get it. Just miss that. Okay. You can always split it. Yep.
So you heard the plan. If the accent isn't too thick for you. Just a nose hit. And they might not be in, but they'll be able to split it later on.
Yeah, definitely. Better that than rolling in and maybe sticking it.
Ooh, pretty close.
Okay, good. No, but it's like,
Not
yeah.
in. Okay.
Yeah, not in, but
It's
really close.
touching. Like, it literally. No, it's.
Lauren Gray thinks it's really, really close.
The rings are off by 3
But it's not in.
It shouldn't be in, but let's go normal. Okay, we're rolling. Yep, yeah. Oh. Hard! Yes! Hard! Here. Nice throw, but that's my bad.
And doesn't manage to stick the shooter, which means that with that previous stone played by Jennifer Dodds being so close, it's now an opportunity for Scotland and Lauren Gray to split these.
Just try and get some distance between the two.
Other way, Hannah. Where? Oh!
So they're looking to split the element. I think they were trying to come across the nose of it, just didn't get the line right.
What?
It's just going to tap it in.
Okay, that one's quite a bit out.
And the one that rolled out isn't really very good for splitting anymore.
Yeah, just like little roll over nose, good.
No,
Maybe a little
so
more.
Straight.
Canada just throwing the nose hit.
What was the weight like?
Got to make sure to stick around.
Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Don't want to leave a come around for Scotland.
No, they do have a corner
Yeah,
this
right
end.
your way. No, don't act. Okay.
Okay, well, sticks around, but if they really wanted to, they could just come around the corner guard until I shot. But they're not going to be that aggressive.
Would love to get a roll in here, Lauren Gray, but it'll be a nose. And the
Well.
house is empty.
Trying to make sure we're above. Sorry.
And while Scotland still has hammer here in the sixth, it is Canada that's going to draw behind the corner guard.
Just gotta make sure you're above the tee. You can't be behind. Just a touch more in.
Why is it so important to stay in front of the tee line here?
Well, we'll have to come deep. Hannah Fleming can freeze onto it. If she's too deep, I mean, it's not bad. They can just come on top again.
All there.
But best thing, obviously, is to stick in front of the tee line.
Curling now. Yeah, shoot it. Yeah, bring it back. Hard back, hard back.
I don't think Hannah Fleming's going to
All the way.
draw after us. I think she's going to try and pick it out with a hack weight.
Maybe like just. Sorry about that, guys. Probably can't just go here.
Could just draw as well behind the corner. Try and sit in front of the tee line herself.
Okay. So just going to do that. Go for 2 here.
You see the Scottish bench there. Coach Debbie Knox and alternate to the right, Vicky Wright.
Yep, come on then. 6. 5's good, 5's good. Line's good. Yep. Ball, we only. 5, 6. 5, 6.
So 6 would just be in front of the tee line. We're at 5 here. That's 6. That's a 7.
And that's, I think they got a really nice line on that sander.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit deeper than they would have wanted.
Yeah. Corner Brown has a chance to come down and play a freeze.
Yeah. What was the time on that one?
So, important shot here. Got to make this one. Or Hannah Fleming in Scotland can pick up 2. And with such a low scoring game, a deuce is quite big.
Yes, definitely, and also mentally in games like this, when you're the first team to score 2, could really give you that upper hand.
So they will be lying shot. Just bounced off a little bit though. Not sure if she can see the inside of this one.
Shoot.
Yeah, well.
I know, because you I know.
Sounds.
Corner freeze.
Yeah, you can
Like-
get to nose. The problem is you'll jam at the back there on the red one. So you have to come across nose to make it.
That's risky on this.
Go and have a look.
Sis, we need inside nose to get it past this one.
No, she says on the high side.
That's only shot.
Take a look at it, you might.
It's not. It's not. There's not a big enough swing.
What do you want us to just go for then? Just nose for the 1?
Hannah Fleming is actually looking at running the corner down for 2.
I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, that's a very difficult shot.
Not now. Because we're only trading 1s here. Yeah, that's for the 1. Yeah, why play a risky shot like that when we could just go like that and go for the 1 like
Do you
that?
think that we can get inside nose?
Yeah.
I suppose if we get nose, it's not. It has to roll so far. It needs to be a good tag.
Well, we can go for it and get nose for the 1, and if we get the inside, that's a bonus.
It's just if.
Because if we don't get it, it's only a 1.
Just like that.
That's still only
See
1.
the Scottish boys here looking on. It's Kyle Waddle on the left, Thomas Muir in the middle, and alternate playing Hammy McMillan on the right.
No. Yeah, I think this is right, Anna. But wait, do you like Hag?
I think it's bedtime for them soon.
Okay.
You have to be up in the morning, I believe.
Because it needs to move so far.
Well, 8:30 here in Sochi. They might have another hour. Need to cheer on the girls. It's a good thing, of course.
So what's the call here, Sarah?
The call is to try and get inside, but make sure that you get your 1. And if you get 2, it's a bonus, just like Lauren Gray said. So hack weight.
Doesn't look like she likes it.
No, she does not look too happy. So a little bit less weight.
I think it's important to be comfortable with the shot you're playing. So they might just be playing this for one. You know, you might even, if you're slightly high side, you might get it that way. And it's a safer shot because you won't be flirting with the guard as much. At least you'll score the one last on, sixth end. Difficult shot. Wants to make sure to get the one.
Right off. Right off. Right off. Abby, roll this. Abby, roll it. Good. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Gets the one here.
One yellow.
That was the most important thing, really.
Good, Hannah.
That was really difficult to get the two. Did not want to give up a steal there.
That's fine.
And scoring in the sixth end, it's not that bad.
Definitely not. So after 6 ends, Scotland 2, Canada 1.
Yeah. But we're still going.
And the big question of who will get the first deuce in the game remains. If it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Elsewhere here in the Ice Cube curling arena, Japan is leading Russia 2 shots to 1. Czech Republic got 1 against Norway in the 5th, and Norway is now leading that game 3 shots to 2, while USA Sweden is in a close game, 2 shots each.
This is what we anticipated, wasn't it, Sarah?
Close games.
Yeah, close games out there. Good matchups. I think a lot of the teams in the women's this year are pretty equally matched. It's going to be really interesting to see who makes it through to the playoffs. And I'm feeling pretty secure that we're going to have a tiebreaker situation on our hands. Abby Brown, 100% game so far. Looking for that top 4 spot.
Good way, Abby. Nice.
And I think she'll still be 100% after that one. Just on the center line, touching the forefoot. And this time it's Canada putting up the corner.
Well, the way they were playing, the way they have been playing this game, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried in blank. This one, I'd rather score in the 8th end. If you get over blank here, get 2 in the 8th, it'll be 1 up. You might force Scotland to take a 1 in the 9th, come back home, all even up with Hammer. Might just have to do that now, though, because that's corner guard slipped into the rings.
Yeah, and Scotland is not thinking twice about removing it. Still very nice performance by Abby Brown.
Okay. Let's go.
And no more corners now. Like to get a little hit and roll here to sit in front of the yellow.
Roll it, Sam. Hard, Sam. Go. Right over. Hard. Go.
Nice throw.
Whoa! Close. Yep. Whoa. No, right off. No roll. No roll. It's out there. Okay.
Yeah, like 3.
Hits and rolls out. Scotland still with a pretty good shot stone there in front of the 40 foot. Gonna put up a guard. Close.
Yeah.
Actually, well, 10's to T, so.
Good chance to force Canada to take a one.
Jennifer Dodds also having a good game at 88% so far.
3, 4. Line only 4.
Okay, make sure. 6.
This one's sliding a little bit further than they would have wanted, and
Get 13 for that.
Make sure it sticks out.
Canada could remove both of these if they wanted to blank.
That's fine, Jen. 13.
But Corinne Brown is calling a hit and roll again to try and sit on top of one of the elves, at least making it difficult for Scotland to remove that stone.
Really hard! Anything! No, it's just no escape.
Gnosis instead.
Let's see.
Would you for time once it's slipped in? 3, 8, 5.
Whoa, 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 no! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Just play the double.
And now the double's just a nose hit away.
So I have a question for you, Sarah, from former World Junior participant Billy Morton.
Hard. Whoa! Whoa!
Well, actually, he's asking me, but did Sarah enjoy curling with Hannah and Glen Hill this year? And are you looking forward to coming to Scotland?
When am I going to Scotland?
I don't know, but according to Billy, you are coming over at some point in time. But you can answer the first part of the question.
Well, yes, we played the Glen Hill ladies this year, but our skip, Annette, she was really ill. So we phoned Hannah. We'd never played with her before, but we played her the week before we went to Scotland. And she came on the team and played second for us. And she's a really lovely girl, a great player, and really easygoing. When came on the team very smoothly, and we had a very good time.
Is she able to sweep?
Yes, she did. She did say that she might get a little bit tired, but she did a good job, especially since I kind of got the flu as well and had to stay in bed, so they were only 3. She had to sweep lots.
Just clean. Nice throws there.
It's nice to get to know her, though, and she's definitely going to be in this game for a long time.
Really good throws. Throws really well.
Well, apparently
That was your first one should come up at the end, right? Yeah.
he's asking me if I'm looking to come over to Scotland, not you. Because I'm coming over to watch the Scottish mixed to do some research.
What are you researching?
Just gonna have some fun. Not sure if I'm allowed to participate. Anna Fleming
Clean.
with her first shot on the scent.
Whoa,
Just looking for the hit again.
whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Roll it, Abby.
That's been the preferred shot of this game. We haven't really seen too many draws.
I was giving you there for nose.
So it's all about saving time on the clock.
Good. It's hard.
So first shot by Corinne Brown in the 7th will also be a takeout. She would like to roll in here.
Oh, look at her feet. Look at her feet. Look at Ishigaki's feet. Wait,
Force Hannah Fleming
no, wait till she's
to hit again, and then a potential blank for Canada.
No. They were so cool.
Right off. Close. No.
She was doing like a wee glittery dance.
Yes! No. No.
She rolls in, but will she also roll out?
Go, 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 go. Right out, right out, right out.
Yes. So
Did you want to put that?
a draw then for Hannah Fleming.
Yeah,
Like to come down onto that red, make the blank more difficult.
9-7, just less
I think this is the
It's because yours were curling.
same shot we saw Corinne Brown play earlier on, and the 4th end maybe. She got to freeze onto a stone just the back of the house. Got pretty close with it, but couldn't fool Fleming. Let's see if Hannah can make the freeze here. Just want to do that, make that blank ever so
Right here, guys.
slightly more difficult.
Way only. Way only. Right here, Jen. Right here, Jen. Steady. Steady. Right here. Where are my brushes? Needs to curl a bit. Let it curl. Yep. Whoa, whoa,
Looking pretty
whoa.
close here. Doesn't
Okay, good.
quite
Good
get
try.
the line, but does sit in the house.
Yeah. More like
Nice,
an
touch
8.
slice, slice. Touch slice, slice. Yeah, it's good.
This would be more like an 8.
No, you're fine.
Last stone of the 7th end for Corinne Brown.
Wants to blank and keep hammer in the 8th end. And no problem there. Well played.
Okay, 8th end.
We're going to go.
The dreaded top.
Sorry.
And now it's actually roll, Jen.
So we've seen 7 ends so far. What do you think is going to happen with the rest of the game, Sander?
Well, let's see. Canada has a hammer in the 8th end. I think they'll be looking to score. They threw up the corner guard in the 7th, so I think you'll expect them to try that again. Maybe score there too.
They're all close games, low scoring close games.
Yeah, you heard Lauren. All the games out here, pretty low scoring.
3-1.
The highest scoring game right now is Czech Republic playing Norway. They have 3 each.
Yep.
And they've played 6 ends. Elsewhere in the arena,
Wait's good.
USA are playing Sweden. They have 2 each. And Japan leads
Wait's good.
by 1 point over Russia, 2 shots to 1 there. Hannah Fleming joins the sweeping. So she can sweep, Sarah.
She can sweep. I told you. We also had her on a pretty good training weekend for sweeping there, so
Sorry.
whenever she gets a stone out from behind the tee line, I am going to take full credit.
Sorry. Just missed out that. It's 13.
And we were right. Corner guard is being called. And Sydney Fraser needs to find her weight in front of the house this end if they want to get something going that can create the deuce for them.
No, don't even touch it.
Well, she's been throwing a lot more takeouts than usual, I'd imagine.
Don't even touch it is the word from the skip.
It's going to settle down nicely. Nice shot there.
What do you want to do the top?
Quite like the tap.
Tap, tap.
Yep.
Maybe you should touch more.
Just want to move this Yellowstone at top 12 foot a little bit to the top 4 foot. Sit 2.
Okay. 3-1.
Okay, make it good. Same weight.
There's fine. Or do you guys like this
That's fine,
better?
Abby.
Either one.
It's fine there.
I like the draw.
Ho ho.
Draw.
Yep, that's one of the more aggressive shots called.
Well, I don't think it's a bad idea. They have been a little off with their rolls, and if they don't get this perfect, then it could be in trouble. So try and create some more stones in play, and drawing in behind this guard is it's a nice call.
Roll it off. Roll it off. For me, yeah. A little less hand
Just
weight,
can't
roll
make
it
it
off.
though.
Yep. I like the rolls then. So. Yep. Clean release.
Really good weight.
Okay, good.
Gets to nose,
I like that. There stops the curl around the.
and I don't think the draw behind the corner is there anymore. Could maybe get a hit and roll.
On the intern maybe?
2 ends ago, I drifted with both mine, and it
Well,
didn't
I kind of think you have to remove a couple of yellows, at least one.
Like that, because the draw around the corners off now. I just didn't really like that because the draw around the corners off.
Go soft!
Yep, hard. Really hard. Really hard. Okay, Sam.
Make sure, eh?
Sam, 10-4.
Yep.
Yeah, not ideal there. Rolling off, and
I like this way.
Okay.
Scotland now want to keep the play away from the corner, and they're going to draw the outturn side.
Yeah, if you play the intern and you're ever open, you leave that hit and roll. So she's coming around the outturn here.
Seven.
Jennifer feels like she's put a little bit too much weight on this. Sweepers seem happy though.
Just feathered the top one, but still got it about half buried actually.
Good sweeping.
Maybe a touch stiff
I
in
like
there. I got
pretty
no
big.
fee for that.
What?
Big roll.
What did you get? Yeah.
I was thinking the double, but
Oh, okay.
We both got
can't
OT
try
for it.
big
I'm just
roll. If you
saying,
get the double,
maybe
it's
that
fine.
just touch further out, just a
It's
touch
still
stiffer.
normal.
Because that was actually, well, it's probably, it was decent 7, possibly just back to me.
Won't get the double, but we'll get one stone in the house, and Ellie still slip behind the tee line. If Hannah Fleming gets a hit and roll on that, it could still be really hard to reach it.
Is that third one on the left-hand side in?
Do you want to try to get something going here?
That's good.
Good shot there by Lauren. Scotland sitting 3 at the moment.
Sweet.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity to freeze though.
Good, Abby.
Could also make the double.
Just off on this side.
Canada with last stone here.
Well watched. Well observed.
Gotta make sure to score.
Whoa.
Erin here with the double. Just not curling enough on her.
Roll it off that side one. Okay, Erin.
Okay, 4? Yep. Right. 15. Even if we are just 3, it's not terrible. But make sure it's nice and close.
You can all the time hear the Scottish girls are a little bit more on edge with the way that they're talking about releases and split times and patches on the ice. Do you feel like there's a little bit more energy on the Scottish team right now?
Well, I feel like they've been pretty much alive the whole game.
Keep calling!
Remember Hannah Fleming looked a bit bored out there at one point, but we're getting close to the end of the game, and I think they're going to up their focus a lot. As you can hear, they're, you know, they're with it for sure.
Pretty intense. I don't think the Swede. Well,
you know, Lauren's just a fun girl, and she jokes a lot, and she always has good banter, but she's really intense on the ice as well when it comes to her stones anyway.
it's good to be always be in the game. Bring some energy to your team as well. This one did not curl as much as they needed it to though, and there is a hole for Erin Pincott to try and come through. To remove the yellow shot stone.
Yep. Whoa. No. Close. Yep. Whoa. No. Close. Spill it out. Yeah, go. No. Erin was trying to do that.
Hangs a little bit too wide and hits the corner. Slips all the way through.
What was it? Just touch out. Okay. Just kind of when you wobbled a bit, it just kind of pushed it out a bit.
So,
Yeah, well, I think it should come on top.
things are getting a bit messy here.
Yeah.
What do you think? I was just trying to hit it thicker to bounce like that top one more.
I think you just draw around here on the out turn.
So.
Just top 4.
Exactly. Just, yeah. Yep. That's good. switch, switch. Good shot.
Super shot by Hannah Fleming.
The top one.
That's the perfect spot, really.
Nice.
Yeah, well done by the entire team. Lauren calling line and the sweepers holding the line.
Yeah, make sure to get in the right spot there. And Corinne Brown is in a bit of trouble now.
Yeah, just on a touch on this side.
I don't know. I'm hoping I'm just doing that this game, throwing that. Like it's always on that line, the mid
Touch.
on the out intern. Just throwing it, fanning it. Or maybe throw that in practice and just.
Calling the run back here.
Yeah,
Try to
no,
get something going in there.
'cause I feel funny.
You'd hate to run a yellow in here. You know, if you ever jam it, it won't help you that much. So, just looking to catch this one slightly high side. Make the double.
Yeah, need to remove something in the rings as well here to have an opportunity to actually score in this end.
It's just going to overcurl this one. And Scotland has a chance to lie for.
So just guarding this line is probably more important than weight at the moment.
Yeah,
but this is what she just threw this path as well, so it should be quite comfortable.
Yeah, even top 12 is good here. I think just on the centre line would be nice.
Okay, that side, whoa.
Calling it 2, that's halfway.
Whoa. Steady
Just
on.
between the hog line and the house.
Wait. Looks close. Yep.
Sweepers dragging this for curl now.
Come on.
Yeah,
really
just keeping
swing
it alive.
Really work on it. You're swinging it. Come on. Go. Good. Okay.
So, didn't curl quite enough. And,
Is it all of it?
well, it's not an easy double. You can't really see all of it.
Just normal?
As much nose as you can, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think normal, or do you want to play something else softer?
Like what?
It's like a kind of same kind of thing as mine. where
Control, but I just think 'cause you have to get pretty close to nose.
No, you can get just off.
Okay, normal then. I'm sure that keep the swing, just kind of the line.
Just touch more.
Yeah. You did curl it back. I thought it was, but maybe
I
not.
don't actually. Let's go control. Let's go control. I like control here, just to stick your shooter.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. Don't want to throw this one too hard and roll out and give up a steal of 2.
Oh, she made a really nice double in the third end with nice control weight as well, so she can pull that off again. It will be a score of 1.
I think I'd prefer to play the out-turn draw though, but she's been throwing a lot of hits in this game, so might just not feel too confident about the draw weight. So a very important shot here to stay alive. Last stunt of the 8. Cannot wreck on the guard, needs to pass it, looking pretty close with it. Really nice shot by Corinne Brown. And it's gonna pick up her single. That guard from Hannah Fleming just didn't curl enough. And she was able to play the stubble here. So it's gonna be pretty tight here.
What happened?
Did you actually?
Oh, I didn't even realize.
I quite like keeping him.
Score after 8.
It's got a chance for it to
2 each. 2 ends to go. At least.
At least 2 ends to go, yes, you're right. And Scotland saying that they would quite like to keep the hammer,
Stay, make sure this is tight, eh?
so they will be looking for the blank if they have an opportunity. think that Canada's probably going to have to put up a guard now.
So much time. Like we've got more than 3 ends worth.
Halfway tight. Make sure you're tight. Further rocks down. Really hard, you guys.
We've got to make sure to drag this one across the hog line. Corinne Brown out to help. But no, that's going to stop short. Big miss from Sydney Fraser. It's going to be a lot easier for Scotland to blank the end now. Really needed that in play. Maybe just afraid of throwing it into the rings.
Yeah, she has been heavy with a couple of draws and guards. So just overcompensating on that one. And Scotland will make a play out to the wing.
Yeah, I'm going to make this, I'm going to drag this one on down to the tee line.
Nice weight.
A nice shot.
I said nice weight.
Sorry, never mind.
Good, Abby.
That's the control. Okay, make sure.
What do you think about another guard in this situation if you're Canada, Sander?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind another centre guard and try and force Scotland to the one, but they've been playing very defensively, so maybe they just feel like if they can keep this one
That's like really down.
tied for the 10th end and try and steal the game away, they might just be happy with that. You know, if you ever gave away 2, you gotta score 2 yourself to get an extra, and then you have to steal it anyway. So maybe just a bit on the safe side, but you'll see teams steal a 1 in the 10th very often. So still a good chance to win it, even though if you let Scotland blank.
Just like normal. Okay. Or do you like control?
Cool.
Always a chance.
Which one do you want? Normal? Okay.
Just seemed like Canada's had that game plan, that mentality, just keep it tight and have a chance in the end. Obviously they know they're playing the reigning world champions, so being tied up without hammering in 10th might just be what, you know, they might just be happy with that scenario.
Sandy, you have a decision in that. Just get your throw.
Loving this end.
Lauren Gray seems happy though. Just loving this end. Well, if you set out the end and you wish for a blank, then this is a situation that you will like. Just trading takeouts still.
Yeah, and well, if you're ever lucky, Hannah Fleming might miss that last shot and take the 1.
Actually, it's still the same weight.
Cool. I'm getting the rash thing on my hip. Nice, Jen.
Clean.
Solid.
Yep. No, whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Well, I can inform you that USA picked up a steal of 2 in the 7th end, so they now lead the game 6 shots to 2 over Sweden. They're in the 8th end right now. Japan, Russia, 2 each there after Russia took 1 in the 7th end. And the Czechs are coming back in the game against Norway with 2 steals in a row. They lead the game 4 shots to 3 now. So still close fought games, but looks like maybe USA have a good chance of beating Sweden out there. 3 ends to go though in our game. 9th end.
And with no stones in the house, Canada will put up a centre guard now.
Let's go. Yeah, Hannah didn't say turned it back.
As tight as you can, though.
Ooh.
Make sure, guys.
Hard, girls! Hard! Hard, girls!
Want us tight to the rings.
Really hard, girls!
Hard the goals, guys.
Nice liner.
So question now, do we peel or do we draw? But they do want to keep hammer, so they will peel.
Yeah, no question. Just back this in now and keep hammer.
Hard. Hard. Really hard. Hard.
Same thing, I think. I'll try and go touch more of it.
Look at David's face.
That's more.
Tight. Just tight. Yep.
You know, I'm
Yep.
just laughing.
Yep.
Look at
Hard,
David's face.
girls.
Watching the other game.
Take a look. Wait, only.
No, it's way worse than that. She's
Get this
actually
sword.
got a squint. It's funny.
Yep, yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean. Okay, let's go. Yeah.
Good.
It's so hard.
I know. Or we're just laughing. We're just
one more
laughing
time.
because I was like, we're getting one of the range and I was like, we get Daisy's face right, and she's literally like looking at our games. She's like, what? Like she actually had a squint. It was so bad. So bad.
So one more guard.
Tight.
I
Hard
know
then.
it was so
Hard
tight,
then.
never mind, but that was right.
Really hard.
Feel like Ali
Hard,
Pong.
hard, 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 hard.
Let's see, Sam. Stay, just
Okay.
Good line.
Canada really just hoping for a miss and a nose hit here from Scotland.
clean. Clean. Yep.
Oh, I want top 12.
That did not happen as Hannah Fleming hits and rolls out. And now there's really nothing else to do but draw the house.
Anywhere in's fine. Yeah. But just because then they kind of have to like. What? I don't know.
Well, then they just knows that it's playing. So I think full 12. Yeah.
Look who top 8. I get what you're saying now. Okay, top, like full 12. It's full 12 something kind of thing. So they have longer way to go anyways.
Top 8, top 12.
You're lucky that you can make that call.
Hard girls, full 8, or full 12, sorry.
Full 12. Oh, easy.
Easy.
Okay. Aaron. Okay. Yep.
Nice shot there, and this is what we have been waiting for, and what Team Scotland has been waiting for, the final shot of the 9th end. And the blank attempt to keep Hammer in the 10th and possibly final end of the game.
Yeah, you hate to miss this one. All this hard work throughout the whole end to blank it.
Is this just where she threw her previous peel?
Yep.
Just half or less here. Thunder in control here, last on 9th end. Hannah Fleming rolls out, blanks the end, and it's still going to be a tie to each after 9.
Good throw, Hannah. Good.
And I think we might just see our last end of play now in the 10th. If we get a score, that's pretty much it.
Good. Good stuff, guys.
And Scotland will have last on, so
One more.
we could call them favourites. Look like a stronger team as well, I think.
Yeah, I think the Scottish girls are showing a bit more energy. They're definitely talking more and, you know, being a bit louder. Their body positions are a little bit more straight up. The Canadian girls are a little bit more quiet at the moment.
I think we should go for the take, but see when we say it, we're like,
Yeah, I don't know why though. They're still have a very good chance of winning it. Might just be their style. Lay back. Quiet. So, plenty of time to play this extra end, that's for sure. Not sorry, 10th end. Sydney Fraser will start off this 10th end, and I'm going to ask you, Sarah, where do you want this one?
Well, you either want it high or you want it close. Teams tend to do a little bit different, but you want good separation in between your guards, and you'd like to keep them on the same line to prevent the double. This one's ending up kind of halfway, so that makes it a little bit more difficult to place your second guard and prevent the double. But Scotland's going to go for the tick shot here, try and move it to the side. And Abby Brown with a great game so far.
Yeah, and a chance to improve here. The Leeds forte right here. Tick shot. They're not allowed to remove it from play. Just neutralise it, move it close to the barrier. This is looking pretty good right here. That's an amazing shot by Abby Brown.
Absolutely perfect.
Rolls away as well. No cover left for Canada. And if she can make one more of those, Canada's going to have a really tough time stealing.
Hannah did a bit of a meaner, she was like shitting at me, but it wasn't serious. That was an absolute beaut, Abby.
A bit of panic there. Corinne Brown comes up to help a wee bit, but it's going to cross the hog line without any problems.
Yep, ends up in pretty much the same spot.
Bang on, 75.
So we're going to see if Abby Brown can repeat her previous beauty of a tick shot.
Down from last. Down from last. Down from last.
And this is looking pretty good as well.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. What a game by Abby Brown. What a way to finish it. 2 absolutely perfect tick shots here. Rolls away. It's exactly that. It's sweet.
Give it.
Super play now. Her teammates just needs to follow up.
Yep, and now they are allowed to throw peels and remove stones.
Okay, 81.
And that's exactly what they are going to do.
Just watch that.
There's no point. There's no logic in playing it heavier. There's no advantages of playing it heavier. What? Even if we can't roll behind. Well, you sit on time. Okay. I like just control. We've been playing at control. Nice steady handle. Sorry.
So Jennifer Dodds
Normal.
also with a good game.
Sweet shot.
Yeah, really nice by Jennifer Dodds.
I didn't see it. Sorry about that.
Really nice. Huh? Yep.
You don't have to be tight.
That red's not in now. It was in. That was up you. Jen, remember the...
Take a look, girls.
Halfway
That was
tight.
so funny.
That was a
Whoa,
feature.
higher's better, higher's better.
So Canada just have to keep throwing these centre guards.
Yeah, they'd like to keep them quite high because at least that way they can hope for a miss if Scotland peels. It could maybe catch some of the stones on the side and roll in again.
Yeah, don't worry. Just
Yeah, you're right, Sana. If you keep it high, it's going to be a lot more difficult. You might just spin back into the house. That way you might be able to lie too before Hannah Fleming's last shot.
peel. Good shot. Good, Jen. Nice. Good last two. Hopefully I can.
Hi guys.
So a little bit higher here would be good for Canada.
Yeah, you are. Did you peels last night?
Good.
First shot here for Erin Pincott in the 10th end.
Even high, guys. Higher's better. Oh! Oh! Yep. You can go a bit. It's short.
Yeah, that's a nice stone positioning by Erin Pincott.
Okay.
Makes it a bit more difficult to avoid jamming here.
Whoa!
Well, this one's looking a bit wide. Just going to take off it. Over the top of the yellows.
Over the top works.
Yep.
Never in doubt. Yeah, I know.
All you, get it over. Help. Okay.
No, it's over.
Once again, really nice by Pincott.
Sorry, oh, sorry. Sorry. Nice throws. Yep. Hard, 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 hard. Watch it, Aaron. Go, 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 go.
And there's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
This roll in. Not too far though to be actually dangerous for Scotland, but definitely a better situation than before.
Yeah, because now you can.
Sorry. No, see the thing. Sorry. Yeah, it's
Uh,
I've done one of those times again.
now Cara might be able to light two before Hannah Fleming's last shot, so just a wee bit more pressure.
4? Yeah, man.
All you. Is it over?
Sweeper's not touching this yet. Pincott calling out that it's fine.
Finish it a little.
Keep it that way. Yeah. Yeah.
So you just jumped it? Like she was
Yeah, I
like,
got nervous.
so no, no.
That's good.
Because that's why I just.
So once again, just get rid of the guard. There will be plenty of room for Scotland to draw with their last.
I think they called the run though.
Go for the peel if you get the double. It's a bonus.
Yep.
Don't want to risk hitting this too thick.
Clean, yep. Clean.
Good.
Oh wow. Is that shot still now?
I believe so. And if so, it's a very good
That's a bonus as well.
result. Yeah, definitely.
Good. Yeah, I think that was
Yeah, because
So
if
now
that
do
didn't
you-
happen, you'd see Canada drawing around their own red probably. If they like
Well-
close to the forefoot or on the forefoot. And
They could still do that though. It's just a matter of fact, like a question of what do they want Hannah to do with her last stone.
yeah.
Although this puts more pressure on her to make it.
Yeah, if you hit it, well,
I know we went to this earlier, but it wasn't actually.
you might want to hit it and roll in towards the forefoot. And it'll kind of make Fleming unsure if she wants to play the hit or the draw. Good draw around your red. We'll see. Call the timeout here. Kim Brown's coming out.
like our red.
If you want to hit and stick that, fine.
No, I think I like this. I like this.
Then she has to draw.
Okay.
Which one do you switch into? Like,
Easiest shot is to hit, but the shot
which
you
one do you
want to
like?
get her to chase you, so you have to peek it around that.
Okay.
Okay.
If I happen to rub and roll off, it's not terrible.
Yeah, as long as you're shot right. Okay. Just throw the tee and then let them
Okay, so I was giving there to go here.
So when it touched the forefoot here,
Actually, no, go back.
behind the roan.
What shot do you like, Sarah?
I like this. I like the draw make Hannah Fleming play a shot that's a little bit more difficult for the win. Even if you're half open, you might tempt her to try and push it back or even
pick it for the win.
Yeah, could force a mistake.
Right, last shot of the game for Corin Brown. Needs to come around her own red at the top of the house here.
Yeah, what's up? Can you get it, Tick? Yep. Where's the weight? Gotta go from behind. Yes. Yes.
It's got a tight line as well here.
Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, we'll
Get away.
Well, no, they tapped that, didn't they? Or do you want to roll into that? I thought they tapped that.
Well,
Question is now, who is second shot?
Yeah, well,
It's pretty close.
I think maybe Canada's laying second shot here. Could play the double though.
Slight roll. Just give you slightly tighter in the control. Just get a wee roll in.
sorry.
Yeah, both of you hit and roll. Control weight, yeah.
Would you like best? Roll towards the centre line or the double?
Don't know, I'm not sure who's second. I think I like to be shot after this, so if she believes that she's shot with a nose or just a little tiny bit inside, then it's probably the best option.
It looks like a very easy double though. Anywhere high side, you
Think
get it.
it's easier if we just play on the wide side and go for the double.
Just like she said.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should I have a look?
There's no way you're jamming this one.
Yeah, come and have a look. Got bags of time.
And I like, yeah. We got
She can stand there and look for a while.
11 minutes.
Maybe if I come on the wide side, I can rest against it. But if it's
No, I prefer that as well.
we'd need to go fully commit for the double to make sure, so we'll just go.
Yeah, I think I like this. Seems like an easier shot, especially if Canada's lying second here. Just half, even thinner.
I think they are just going for the nose or the little roll though.
Only thing you can't do is hit the high one first. I like the fact that she came down again to discuss it. Last 10th in, Hannah Fleming. Looking for the double here. And, oh, not sure if that's enough. Just caught it a little bit too thick. And they're going to measure.
I don't know. We're measuring them all.
Pencock thinks it's yellow. It's hard to see from our camera angle. So
Hard to know. We will see a measure for the win.
yeah, the
It's
umpires.
really exciting here.
Yeah, umpire's going to come out and measure.
Yeah, it wasn't panicking. So that's why I said clean. And it just hang. Because it looked like it was going to bend, but didn't.
So exciting stuff here. We played 10 ends. Only 4 points awarded to each.
That's why I was saying clean.
We've just seen the last shot from Hannah Fleming.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Just curled a bit too much on her. And it's looking pretty close. Red or yellow. Scotland yellow. Canada red.
Line straight, a bit straighter.
We have a measure for the win.
By this time, if you are a player, there will be a couple of butterflies.
It looks really close.
That yellow is closer to them already, then there's no point.
Oh my. The tension. Red or yellow. Scotland's yellow. She's pointing at yellow, I believe. So that's going to be a win for Scotland after a very low scoring game. And a bit of drama here at the end. Seemed like Scotland were in control most of the game. They seemed to be the better team. Abby Brown played 2 amazing tech shots here in the 10th end to really make it easier for the Scottish team. And that's 3 straight wins for them.
Yes, and we will be right back with interviews, of course, and highlights. There you see the final score of the game. Scotland 3, Canada 2. And tomorrow you need to get ready at 2 o'clock local time here in Sochi, when we will be back with the women's draw. Denmark versus Japan. We're very excited to see the Danish girls. They're doing really, really well so far. Still elsewhere in the arena, USA is leading Sweden 7 shots to 3. They're in the 10th end. Czech Republic also got a grip over Norway after scoring 3 in the 9th. They are leading 7 shots to 4. And finally, Japan is leading Russia 4 shots to 2.
Test, test. It's okay. Yep. No, no. So Canada came out quite defensively in that game. Were you happy to play that way?
Yeah, we were. It was quite hard to keep patient. We did want to go for it, but we were always one up, so just waiting for them to make the move, really. But it paid off in the end. We managed to get our one for the win.
3 straight wins now. Do you feel that the goal's closing in?
There's still a long way to go. Yeah, I don't think we can say quite yet what's going to happen, but we'll keep playing like we are. We're happy with the way we were playing, so yeah.
Did you were you nervous with that measure in the end there?
I was extremely nervous. Yeah, Lauren wasn't sure what was closer, but yeah, it wasn't a very nice moment, but thankfully we got it.
Right, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
And here are the highlights from the game. Third end, last stone. Scotland taking one here after Hannah Fleming nosing that. Fifth end. Here's Canada with an attempt to blank and keep hammer. She'll curl a little bit too much and stick around to score one instead. Sixth end, and Hannah Fleming here wants to score one, and she will do just that. It was a small chance for two, but important thing to just get one, and she gets the job done. Eighth end, soft weight attempt for a double, really skinny by the guard, and a lovely shot there by Corinne Brown for one. Finally, the 10th end, Scotland with hammer. Hannah Brown wants to make a double here. Overcurls a little bit, and it'll actually be a measure for the win. And after the umpires put a stick to that, they will decide that yellow is shot rock, and that means Scotland wins the game. Thank you very much for watching, and join us again tomorrow at 2 o'clock for some more exciting curling. Women's draw, Denmark versus Japan will be on then. So see you tomorrow.